I recently shared a video all about this idea of asking the question, what part of the story are you missing? And I love this question because it's a great reminder to me that often I only see what's presenting at the surface, and there's likely more to someone than just what I see. And I do think it's important that we wrestle with that question when we make judgments about people. And I got a really good question about that video and that question that I shared. And someone said, then what? Then what do you do after you have made space, you've tried to learn more about the story, you try and understand all sides of the person, and maybe I decide I still don't want that person or them in my life. What do I do then? Okay, like I think that that's a time for personal discernment, right? Like each one of us will have people or that we know or that we come into contact with, and maybe you decide, you know what? Yeah, this person has these fundamental good attributes and these things that I don't agree with, but the good outweighs the bad, and so I want them in my life. That's awesome. Maybe it's the reverse, and you go, man, they have some great things to them, but the things that I find wrong are so contrary to what my values are that I don't want that person in my life. And that's fine. That's actually great. I think it's up to us to use that discernment and to then, I guess, be respectful of how other people approach the situation, right? I may see things one way, you might see it another way, my kids might see it a different way, my spouse might see it a different way, and we have to be able to go, okay, I respect that based on what you value, based on your life experiences, based on all of these things, you're cutting this person out, or you're keeping this person in for these reasons. And I think that's part of us making space for others to also make decisions and grow and learn on their own, and for us to be constantly learning and growing. That's the whole point of the first question, right? Which is, what part of the story are you missing? Let's go and learn more about the people who we often dilute down to just a headline. And what does that look like in our lives? And then we make space for everyone to use their own discernment to figure out, okay, then what? Then what do I do? And I love that question, and I think it's an important question for all of us to ask. Then what? Now that I've got this information, then what do I do? And then we have to wrestle with that next part, which often isn't easy, but isn't that what we want to model for our kids? That we can sit in that uncomfortable space and wrestle with those thoughts and ideas that, man, people are just complex. We're all complex, and we got to figure out a way to be able to navigate that instead of just throwing headlines and just saying like that, well, this is how I'm gonna do this. It's not easy.